Well, it looks like I'm back. After not making a video for nearly a year, I decided to come back and do a worst to best 2017 movies. Obviously, I didn't see every single movie that came out in 2017. I saw 14 of them, and so I'm just going to rank those from worst to best. Number 14, Alien Covenant. This movie was just boring. I mean, the characters were bland, they kept changing the protagonist. I'll give it this, it had a couple of genuine scares, but apart from that, there wasn't that much good. I haven't seen Prometheus, maybe I have to. People say that if you watch Prometheus first, it's not that bad. But yeah. Number 13 was Dunkirk. This was also boring. I mean, I don't mean any disrespect to the people who died at Dunkirk, or the people who, were actually involved in the real-life incident. Just the characters were all bland. I don't even think they even named any of them. They all kind of blended together. I couldn't tell which was which. I mean, I will say this, though. The movie was incredibly well shot, incredibly well edited, and very well acted. Christopher Nolan is a great director, but I don't know who wrote the script for the movie. That could have used some changing. Number 12, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. This is going to get a lot of hate for putting this movie so low, but this was by far and away the worst MCU movie this year for me. It didn't really know what exactly it wanted to do. It felt disorganized. It didn't have a purpose in the Marvel Cinematic Universe as a whole. The only purpose it had was to answer the minor question of who's Star-Lord's father. It was still funny and had a cool vibe. The performances were good. It went a little too dark at times, and I don't know, I felt that hurt the movie. Number 11, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. Bringing a franchise back to life is one of the hardest things to do. The few movies that have actually managed to do it are really well done. The new cast like Brenton Thwaites and Maze Runner Girl, they were good. I like what the movie did with Barbossa. They did with him what Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 did with Yondu. The bad guy was pretty good, and I liked that they tried to make the franchise scary again. It had a few too many scenes as well, and the plot got distracted at times. The franchise could maybe be resurrected if they make a good 6th movie. Number 10, the Lego Batman movie. This was an enjoyable kids movie. This was a unique portrayal of Batman and the Joker, as well as Robin, Batgirl, and Alfred. I love the relationship between Batman and the Joker. The Joker wants to be noticed by Batman. There's two archetypal lowest lows in the movie, which really messes up the pacing. The jokes help the movie, being very funny, but they don't stop. They just keep coming non-stop, which hurts the movie a little bit. Number 9, Thor Ragnarok. I think the first Thor movie is incredibly underrated. This movie is straight comedy, which helps and hurts the movie. Chris Hemsworth is a great Thor, but his dialogue is a little too silly. Hulk was a nice addition to the movie. He helped. I liked Loki's arc. Just when I thought they couldn't do anything more with him, they did more. I didn't care about Valkyrie at the character at all. Jeff Goldblum was just annoying. Doctor Strange's cameo was completely pointless. Karl Urban didn't really need to be there. The villain was okay. Number 8, Justice League. This movie was better than I thought. It's pretty coherent, coming from two directors, but there are moments where both directors stand out. The opening title sequence is straight Snyder. But then Batman's joke was straight Whedon. Ben Affleck, Gal Gadot, and Henry Cavill revive their roles very well. Ezra Miller, Jason Momoa, and Ray Fisher are welcome additions. This is the best portrayal of Superman since Christopher Reeve, in my opinion. They need to flesh out the new characters more, especially Aquaman. The villain was bland, but I can look over that, and the CGI was terrible at times. Number 7, Power Rangers. I was not super interested in Power Rangers as a kid and didn't really know what to expect. The main cast had very good chemistry, and I liked Bryan Cranston as Zordon. They should have fleshed out the Black and Yellow Rangers more, because they kind of took a side road. And then Elizabeth Banks as Rita Repulsa was just too cheesy. The third act was also just silly. Number 6, Spider-Man Homecoming. This is a very unique interpretation of the character. Tom Holland is a great Spider-Man. All the casting was well done. I thought Iron Man was going to overshadow Spider-Man, but he didn't. He had his place in the background. The villain was intriguing, not great, but still pretty good. It's a good introduction to Spider-Man without being repetitive. Then there's the MJ twist, which was just stupid. Number 5, It. This is the best Stephen King movie since Shawshank. I love the kids, they have great chemistry together. The coming-of-age themes were very cleverly interwoven. Bill Skarsgård was a great Pennywise. The movie was genuinely terrifying at times. Georgie's death scene was incredibly well executed, like that was genuinely scary. Number 4, Wonder Woman. It's not just a huge piece of SJW garbage. This is actually a good character study. It's different from Captain America the First Avenger, which, I thought that they would be the same. I like Chris Pine's character and the rest of the Discount Howling Commandos. The villain was kind of underdeveloped, but once again, I can forgive that. The twist was good. I enjoyed that. Number 3, Star Wars The Last Jedi. Alright, I won't try to rant too much about this movie, because I think this is a movie I need to go back and make a full review for. But the movie overall is good. You just have to get used to it. It takes some very unexpected directions that you won't expect. Mark Hamill was a great Luke. The new cast is good too. Daisy Ridley, John Boyega, Oscar Isaac. Leia was great in the movie as well. The only bad part was I felt like Carrie Fisher was playing herself at times instead of playing Leia. Some characters were kind of underused, like General Weasley and Snoke. I couldn't get myself to like Rose as a character. There's just something about her I don't like. I don't like Adam Driver as Kylo Ren. He comes off more whiny than intimidating or threatening. But overall, the movie was good. Number 2, War for the Planet of the Apes. The most satisfying thing ever is the good end to a trilogy. Andy Serkis is a great actor. Caesar is one of the most compelling characters in movie history. Woody Harrelson was a good villain. You got to understand, you understood where he was coming from. I would have liked to see the apes be a little more fleshed out. I mean, Andy Serkis as Caesar is very fleshed out, but apart from him, it's just kind of like they assign one adjective to each ape and say, okay, this is your character. Bad Ape was funny. I thought that he was going to be stupid, but he paid off. Number 1, we all saw this coming, was Logan. This is the perfect send-off to Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. He gives an Oscar-worthy performance. It's good to have a good R-rated portrayal of Wolverine. Patrick Stewart and Daphne Keane were great as well. The villain, Boyd Holbrook, he did a good job. The small scale both helped and hurt the movie, though. It helped the movie be more personal, which is something that I enjoyed. I felt that there was some unanswered questions, and at times, they tried to jam too much into the movie by making it so small scale. But, yeah. Ranking the movies I saw in 2017 from worst to best. Maybe I'll come back and start making videos full time again. I don't know. So yeah, be sure to subscribe. Bye.